Genesis, Indiana.
All them critics that kept my image tainted.
Hey, Shalom, Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High God, Yahweh. We do so in the name of His Son, Yahweh Shai. This your boy, Padatas of War, Genesis, Israelites, Genesis, Indiana, coming at y'all with another video. This is a different occasion. You know what I'm saying? I tend to always do videos on different things, current events, different things that's happening in the world, but I don't really tend to do a lot of videos on things happening in our city, in which I need to do more videos on things happening in our city. So I'm gonna do a video today. Um, so a couple days ago, I forgot exactly what day it was, but a couple days ago, a brother that I do know that I've known since elementary. You know what I'm saying? I've known this brother since elementary. Good brother. He was brutally beaten at a bar by infamous biker gang, the Outlaws. He was brutally beaten, and there's different things that people are saying about this situation. They haven't talked to, the brother that was beaten. They haven't talked to him about, getting his side of the story. They haven't got his side of the story, but of course, they're gonna spin a narrative. Now, granted, they're trying to say that the brother didn't want to pay his tab. You do in the video here somebody say that, oh, you need to pay your tab, but we don't know what led up to that. You see what I'm saying? We don't know what led up to that. So we definitely need to get his side of the story so we can see what led up to that. So um what I'm gonna do is, before I go into this information and go into the video, make sure y'all like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. If you would like to join Genesis Israelites, make sure that you hit the email deacon at genesis144.com. Deacon at genesis144.com. And before I get into this, because I want to go into a prophecy real quick, because this is something that I feel like I need to go into, because considering, blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, we are the Israelites, we're God's chosen people. But when you really look at like the tribe that would probably get it the worst, definitely looking at the tribe of Judah. So let's go into this prophecy. I'm not going to share my screen. I'm just going to read off my phone, because I don't want it to I don't want my computer to start going slow and all that stuff. So we're going to read this. So this is the book of Zechariah, chapter 1, verse 18. Then I lifted up my eyes and saw, and behold, four horns. Verse 19. And I said unto the angel that talked with me, what be these? And he answered, these are the horns which have scattered Judah, Israel, and Jerusalem. So not only have they scattered the southern kingdom, which is dealing with the blacks, the Jamaicans, the Haitians. Not only have they scattered us, you know what I'm saying? They've scattered Israel. They're dealing with the northern kingdom, the Hispanics, dealing with the Native Americans. They have scattered them too, and then they also scattered our land. And the Lord have showed me four carpenters. Now watch this, verse 21. Then said I, what come these to do? And he said, these are the horns which have scattered Judah, so that no man lifteth up his head. Now, when you deal with these four horns, we're dealing with America, Britain, we're dealing with France and Spain. So the key point of this prophecy that I'm trying to bring out is the simple fact that it says, these are the horns which have scattered Judah, so that no man lift up his head. We have been scattered and destroyed as a people so bad, to the point that we can't even lift up our head, man. We can't even walk around with dignity and knowing that we're God's chosen people. to the point where I can bring this type of information to our people, and instantly our people sitting up there saying, "Get that white Jesus away from me." And I ain't even presented white Jesus to them. I presented the truth of who we are. Our people, to this point, you tell our people that they're gods. You tell our people, our women, that they're princesses, and our people look at you, and they give you the finger. They don't want to hear what you have to say. Like, we have been beaten down so bad, destroyed and programmed so bad that we can't even walk around with our heads up. You know what I'm saying? We can't walk around with any type of dignity and stuff like that. They have buck broken us so bad, to the point where um we don't know who we are. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to go into this. Let me share my screen now. If you're just now coming in here checking out the video, make sure you like the video, share the video, give it a share. Um, we up early working, man, putting in this work. All praise to the Most High. So the first thing I want to share, I want to go into this. Let's share this. Okay. So this is the first thing I want to share. So who is the Outlaws? Let's read this. The Outlaws Motorcycle Club, also known as the American Outlaws Association, or AOA, is an international outlaw motorcycle club recognized as one of the oldest in the world. Founded in 1935 in McCook, Illinois, the Outlaws have a significant presence with 441 chapters in 43 countries and a membership of over 3,000. They are known for their use of Harley Davidson motorcycles and a lifestyle that emphasizes nonconformity and loyalty within the club. The Outlaws have been implicated in various criminal activities, including drug trafficking, extortion, and violence, and are classified as a motorcycle gang by law enforcement agencies. So here we see that these are thugs. They're thugs. They partake in criminal activity. So it's not far fetched that we would see them, continue, you know, what they've been known to do. You know what I'm saying? And especially, in Indiana, Fort Wayne, Indiana, man, a racist city. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like far fetched that we would see something like this happen here. You feel me? So let me see. Let me go back here to StreamYard. Let me share something. Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to do that. Let me make sure. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna share, let me share we're gonna share the Wayne video so we can see what they're talking about. Let's go right here and play this.
A viral video of an attack at a Fort Wayne bar sparks internet outrage. Many calling for justice for the victim. Wayne 15's Allie McKibben has the story.
The video was taken last night at Pike's Pub and shows several men beating and choking another man.
You see this bar right here? It looked like a bunch of hillbillies go to this goddamn bar right here, man. Like, at the end of the day, they do say, I have heard that the brother is a regular at this bar. I don't feel like the brother has any reason to not pay his tab, because the brother has his own company. So now, I mean, when I look at this bar, I'm thinking you won't see me there. But I mean, teach is on. Let's continue.
Because Wayne 15 needs permission from the person who originally shot the video, we are unable to show you that viral clip tonight. The video shows a black man in a reflector vest talking with several white men with black vest labeled Outlaw.
Now, he has a reflector vest on. He must have just gotten off of work or something like that, or something of that sort. He must have just got off of work. So why the hell would he, just, I'm coming in, I'm gonna eat, I'm gonna just, get up out of here. I'm not paying my tax. That just don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Now, something must have happened for, all this to be said by, you'll see the video. Let me just play this.
At the pub. As the black man starts walking away, someone then grabs him by the arm, demanding him to pay his tab. The black man was then pushed back, and one of the men punches him in the face. The other white men jump on him, beating him on the floor. At least one racial slur and other explicit language was shouted during the attack. The Allen County Sheriff's Department says officers arrived after the fight was finished. The black man was taken to a hospital in fair condition. The victim's identity was not yet released, and officers say the Criminal Investigations Division will investigate. Wayne 15 went to Pike's Pub today and talked to the owner, Kelly Rost. Rost says she was not at the bar at the time of the attack, claiming the bar had stopped serving the black man, asking him to pay his bill and leave the property. Rost says the man refused.
The question is, why did they stop serving them? You know what I'm saying? Is it because, you know, these are white only pies? You know what I'm saying? Like, like I'm just saying, like, why did they stop serving the black man? You know what I'm saying? They didn't have no, N-word pies, or I mean, like, I don't understand. Like, why did they stop serving? Like, that's why we have to get his side of the story so we can connect the dots. You see what I'm saying? Because if we just going off of what they're saying, none of this makes sense.
Used to cover his tab and leave. We also try to get in touch with the victim to hear his side of the story, but have been unsuccessful so far. Pike's Pub was closed today. Its Instagram and Facebook pages have been shut down, but hundreds have commented on Wayne 15's Facebook, as well as the bar's Google and Yelp reviews, saying the attack was horrible, many claiming it was racially motivated, and others asking for accountability. The outcry extended to a group of people outside the bar today as well. Wayne 15 saw a crowd shouting about the incident today. Now, Fort Wayne Mayor Sharon Tucker posted from her personal account about the video. She describes it as disturbing to watch and says she's working with her team to gather more information about the attack. Allie McKibben, Wayne 15 News.
Architecture and interior design.
Shared that video. So yeah, as you can already see, this is what they're already saying. We actually drove by that bar today. We do plan on going out amongst that, that are out there and teaching the Bible, as we normally always do, just to be able to talk to our people and being able to bring the word out, because this is what our people need right now in this time. You know what I'm saying? I've been seeing a lot of posts on social media about brothers, rallying up. We need to rally the troops up. Brothers talking about, it's time for the get back, it's time to slide and all that. But see, all that's gonna do is lead us into, jail. I mean, that's all that's gonna happen. Like, let's just be serious. Like, it's a known fact that a brother is gonna do double the time a so-called white man would do here in Babylon, here in America. It's a known fact. You know what I'm saying? So, we can, we can go out there and inflict physical harm on them, or we can do this a different way. You feel what I'm saying? So let's watch the video so we can see what has happened. Okay. So we're gonna watch this video so y'all can see exactly what happened. Now pay attention, y'all. Let's pay attention to this. Now, I could have swore when I was watching this earlier, before all this happened, before he grabbed him and said you need to pay your effing tab, I could have swore I heard the brother sitting up there saying that why wouldn't I pay? You know what I'm saying? Like basically like I work, I have money, like I have money to pay. You know what I'm saying? So something apparently happened for him to be, the way he was to whatever. You know what I'm saying? And we don't know at this moment. So let's continue. And as you can see, they're ganging up on him. You see the outlaws? You see that on his back? You see the symbol? They're ganging up on him right here. And the brother he's a pretty big guy, so I mean, they would have had to jump him because he would have started knocking, he would have started KOing some stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Punching people lights out. So they had to jump the brother. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, as y'all can see, this is the type of stuff that we have to deal with out here in Indiana, man. Dealing with these troglodytes. Let me stop. Let me share a different let's go somewhere else. Let me see. What am I trying to do? So yeah, as y'all see, are and they're gonna continue. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna continue to be under attack. We're gonna continue to deal with these different things that they do to us. And of course, we live in a place where there's literally, I'm not trying to say. Of course, we live in a place where there's literally there's no justice that comes to the blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. If anything, all we receive is, you guys just got to get over. You have to get over slavery. You have to get over the things that have happened to your ancestors. But they tell us to get over these things, and then we continue to get railroad to this day. We continue to get brutally beaten by mobs. We continue to get all these different things, you know, um, in prison. All these different things that continue to happen to us to this day. And we supposed to get over the things that these devils have done to us, you know, for over 500 years. You see what I'm saying? So, I'm gonna go to a couple scriptures. Let me read a couple scriptures. Let me go. I'm gonna just read them off my phone. And let me just go to my phone and read them. So, where is it at? I'm gonna read. So this is Genesis 27:41. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand, then I will slay my brother. So we see even in Genesis that Esau, which is the forefather of the so-called white man, we see that he hated our forefather, which is Jacob. This was something that happened from the beginning of time. We see that they already had a hatred for us because of the simple fact, Esau hated the fact that Jacob got the blessing, but it was already prophesied that Jacob would be the one to get the blessing. So as a result, Esau had a hatred in his heart for Jacob, who would be the forefather, who would be the father of, the Israelites. You see what I'm saying? That's where we see the 12 tribes come into existence through the loins of Jacob. You see what I'm saying? So we see that even in the beginning that these people had a hatred for us. You see what I'm saying? So it's like expecting these people to change their ways, because I get it. Like, a lot of people are upset. A lot of people, let me go to this next precept. A lot of people are upset. A lot of people feel some type of way about this situation, and granted, I feel a type of way about it too, because this is something that continually happens. But I also understand that the things that we need to do to get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? The things that we need to do in order to see our Messiah come back and put these devils into captivity and put them into chains. You see what I'm saying? So let's go to Sirach 34:4. Of an unclean thing, what can be cleansed? And from that thing which is false, what truth can come? You see what I'm saying? These people are unclean. These people are not a cleanly a cleanly people. A clean people. They are unclean people. We can't expect good things to come from unclean people. We can't expect great things. We can't expect righteousness to come from a people like this. You know what I'm saying? We can't expect these type of things to come from a people like this. Let me go to Ezekiel 35. Like, these people are liars, man. They liars. They're out for blood. Let me go to Ezekiel 35:5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had ended. And this is something that these people continually do. They continue to shed our blood. They have a perpetual hatred. Just like I showed in Genesis 27, that their hate goes all the way back then, where their forefather hated our forefather. And we even see it in prophecy. We even see it, during the time of the Babylonians. They had a hatred for us. And even today they have a hatred for us. You see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They still have a hatred for us even today. Let me go to we're gonna go to Habakkuk chapter 2. This is Habakkuk 2:4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. The soul that's within it, because these people are like, oh, well, it's all about my skin color. It's all about the way that I look. No, the scripture literally says, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him. These people are not an upright people. These are horrible people from the things that they have done. I don't have to continue to say that these people are evil, these people are wicked. I don't have to say that, because you can just see it from their track record, from the things that they have done through history, from the things that they have done just in general. You can see that clearly. You know what I'm saying? It's not something that I have to type out all their crimes. We can see that their crimes are many. You know what I'm saying? And that's why um the Most High is going to send the four carpenters to put an end to this place. You know what I'm saying? And when you deal with the four carpenters, you're dealing with the bricks. You see what I'm saying? He's going to send them, and then there's going to be other nations that are going to play a role in destroying this place, pursuing. And I'm dealing with when I say about the bricks and talk about the four carpenters, that's pursuing to that prophecy I was bringing out earlier when the video started in Zechariah chapter 1. You see what I'm saying? So we see that these things are going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Um, let's go to verse 8 in Habakkuk 2. Because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land, and of the city, and of all that dwell therein. These people have spoiled many nations, and this is all that these Edomites, the so-called white man, this is all that they have done. They have spoiled many nations. So guess what? They're going to get spoiled. They're going to lose everything that they have. You see what I'm saying? And they have to go into chains, because they have oppressed. Matter of fact, um let me go to Jeremiah 50 and 33. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50 and 33. Thus says the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together. All that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go. We see Judah dealing with the Southern Kingdom, dealing with the blacks, the Jamaicans, dealing with the Haitians. We see the Northern Kingdom dealing with the Hispanics, dealing with the Native American Indians, the Seminole Indians. We see that both of us were oppressed together. You see what I'm saying? We were oppressed together, and we're oppressed together here in Babylon, which is America. Um, all that took them captives held them fast, and they hold us fast to this day. They refuse to let them go. We are continually being held in this place. We are continually not being let go from this place. We're literally in, whether people want to sit up there and be like, well, we don't have physical chains. I mean, we're chained in the mind. Because a lot of our people, if it's not right, it's not right. That's the mentality of a lot of our people. You know what I'm saying? We've learned to operate the same way that they operate, opposed to operate the way that our God wants us to operate. You know what I'm saying? We have turned away from our God. You know what I'm saying? And let me go here. And granted, it's not because these, like, when you look at these people, we look at these people, they're not a strong people. They're not a powerful people as far as like genetics and all these different things. They're not, as far as physicality, like we're stronger than these people, but it's the fact that we wasn't keeping God's commandments. As a result of that, it put us in a low place. Let me go to Isaiah 59. Behold, the Lord's hand is not shortened that it cannot save, neither his ear heavy that it cannot hear. So it's not that the Lord can't save us out of the captivity we're in. It's not that his arm is too short. You know what I'm saying? Verse 2, but your iniquities have separated between you and your God, and your sins have hid his face from you that he would not hear. So our sins have caused God to hide his face from us, to the point where now our enemies can come in and they can enslave us and stuff like that, because we're powerless. You see what I'm saying? We're powerless because what gives us power is our God. You see what I'm saying? And we see this. We see that our God gives us power, because let's go to Joshua chapter 2. We see in Joshua chapter 2, when before the Israelites was about to go into the land, we see this. Let's see what was said when they let me go to it. When they encountered Rahab. Where's the verse? Okay. Okay, so this is Joshua chapter 2, verse 9. And she said unto the men, let me read verse 8. And before they were laid down, she came up unto them upon the roof. Verse 9. And she said unto the men, I know that the Lord hath given you the land. So she already knew this is a op. You know what I'm saying? This is she's on the opposing side, she's from a different nation. I know that the Lord has given you the land, and your terror is fallen upon us, and that all the inhabitants of the land faint because of you. So all these people were afraid of us, the Israelites. But why were they afraid? Verse 10, for we have heard how the Lord dried up the water of the Red Sea for you when you came out of Egypt, and what you did unto the two kings of the Amorites that were on the other side of the Jordan, Sihon and Og, whom ye utterly destroyed. So she's saying the reason why we're afraid is because of the simple fact we seen what your God has done for you. We seen what your God has done for you. We're not in a state right now. See, this is the thing. If we try to sit up there and go out and throw hands with these people, as far as trying to go out here and arm up with these people and think we're just gonna go out here and take them out by force, we're, first and foremost, we're not unified enough. Second of all, you know what I'm saying, you gotta understand, like, these nations, these Edomites, they have they can blow your whole block up. You know what I'm saying? And if they send martial law in here, guess who they coming for? They coming for us. They not coming for nobody else. They coming for us. Let's be straight. You know what I'm saying? But what gives us power is our God, and nothing else. That's what gives us our power, our God. And when our God is against us and not on our side, we are powerless in the face of our enemies. You see what I'm saying? Let me go here. Let me go to. Let me see. What's that precept I want? Okay, this is a perfect precept because um this is dealing with like the curses. We see the curses in Leviticus 26. And then they're reiterated in Deuteronomy 28. This is Leviticus 26 and 36. And upon them that are left alive of you, I will send a faintness into their hearts in the lands of their enemies. So because we wasn't keeping the commandments of God, curses came upon the Israelites, came upon us. And it says, I will send a faintness into your hearts, into their hearts, which is dealing with our hearts, in the lands of their enemies. So we would have a faintness in our hearts in the land of our enemies. Being here, we're in the land of our enemies. And the sound of a shaken leaf shall chase them, and they shall flee. A damn leaf, just hearing a goddamn leaf, you're just hearing a leaf drop. You know, it says the sound of a shaken leaf shall chase them, and we shall flee, showing you that we would have no power, as fleeing from a sword, and they shall fall when none pursue it. Verse 37 says, and they shall fall one upon another as it were before a sword when none pursueth, and ye shall have no power to stand before your enemies. So we would literally have no power to stand before our enemies. That's literally in the curses because we wasn't keeping God's commandments. So the question is, what do we have to do to reverse this? Because ultimately what's coming upon these people, pursuing to Jeremiah chapter 30, this is Jeremiah 30 and 16. Therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries every one of them shall go into captivity, and they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. So our adversaries, all of them are going into captivity. And that's just the Bible. That's thus says the Lord. They're going into captivity. So these people have to go into captivity according to prophecy, according to the Most High God. You see what I'm saying? So that has to happen. And it's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing that can change that. And when you deal with Obadiah 1 and 18, these people have a horrific fate because let's go to Obadiah 1 and 18. This whole chapter is dealing with the Edomites, a whole chapter dedicated to the Edomites, a whole book dedicated to the Edomites. Verse 18, in the house of Jacob shall be a fire, in the house of Joseph a flame, in the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord have spoken it. These people have to get exterminated. They have to. Look at the catastrophes they have brought upon the earth, man. Look at the different things that they have brought upon the earth. They have to go. Let's go here. We see in Maccabees, when the Greeks came into power. I want to read something. This is First Maccabees. Where is it at? First Maccabees 1 and 9. First Maccabees 1 and 9. And after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves. So did their sons. After them many years, and evils were multiplied in the earth. When these people came into power, when these people really started moving as a wave and bringing forth the destruction that they brought to the earth, all these wars, catastrophes, all these evils multiplied the earth when the white man truly reigned. That's when we see these evils multiply in the earth. Now, the question is, what do we do? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, because I went into all these different things about, the problem. I went into these different things about who these people are. Let's go to Deuteronomy 30. I'm going to break this down. And then after that, I'm going to close out. So this is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 1. And it shall come to pass when all these things are come upon thee, the blessing and the curse. So, the blessing and the curse, of course, we're under the curses right now, which I have said before thee. He set these before us. We shall call them to mind among all the nations, whither the Lord have driven thee. So we're going to be considering the blessing and the curse. Right now, we're under the curses. So we're considering the fact that we're under these curses. But notice this is happening among all the nations where the Lord have driven thee. So we're going to be in different nations. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be scattered. You see what I'm saying? Verse 2, and shall return unto the Lord thy God, and shall obey his voice according to all that I command thee this day. So it's saying, and shall return unto the Lord thy God. Us returning and obeying his voice, and the things that were commanded during that time was dealing with the laws of God, the law of Moses, thou and thy children. So not only just us obeying God's commandments, us keeping what Moses prescribed, us having faith in Yahweh Shai, not just that, our children. It says, command thee this day, thou and thy children, with all thine heart and with all thy soul. So us really giving everything we got to keeping the commandments of God. Verse 3. Then the Lord thy God will turn thy captivity. So this is just basically saying he's going to end our captivity. That's when he's going to end our captivity. Once we start coming back to these commandments and we start doing what we supposed to do, that's when we'll see that our captivity is going to be ended. You see what I'm saying? And will return and gather thee from all the nations, whither the Lord thy God have scattered thee. And he's going to gather us from these nations where we've been scattered. You see what I'm saying? It says, verse 4, if any of thine be driven out to the outmost parts of heaven, from thence will the Lord thy God gather thee, and from thence will he fetch thee. So it don't matter how far you is, the Most High is going to gather you. He's going to bring you where he need to bring you. Verse 5, and the Lord will bring thee into the land. He's going to bring us into the land which thy fathers possessed, and thou shalt possess it. We're going to be back into our land because we're not in our land right now. You know what I'm saying? And he would do thee good and multiply thee above thy fathers. He's going to do us good. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to have to worry about the curses. We're not going to have to worry about being in our house and having to worry about bullets flying through the window, killing, somebody's aunt. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to have to worry about things like that. You see what I'm saying? We're going to be in our land. Everything's going to be good. And multiply thee above thy fathers. Verse 6. And the Lord thy God will circumcise thy heart in the heart of thy seed. This is dealing with us entering into that new covenant and our hearts being circumcised, us being able to keep the commandments and love the Most High God. It says, and the Lord thy God will circumcise thy heart in the heart of thy seed, not only our hearts, but our children's hearts, to love the Lord thy God with all thine heart. We're gonna love him automatically because we're gonna be keeping the commandments. We're not gonna be able to go off. We're gonna be programmed. And with all thy soul, that thou mayest live, that we may live. Verse 7. And this is where all the bad things happen to them, because there's a lot of curses when you read Deuteronomy 28:15 on down. And then when you read Leviticus 26, you see different curses. Verse 7. And the Lord thy God, this is in Deuteronomy 30, and the Lord thy God will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. So the same people that persecuted us, the same people that hated us, the Most High God is going to put curses upon them. You see what I'm saying? So that's what's to come. We have to get back to keeping these commandments. To your screen share audio. I don't know what that's talking about. But we have to get back to keeping these commandments. So I'm gonna close out. I'm gonna give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High God, Yahweh. We do so in the name of His Son, Yahweh Shai. Shalom.